Sup, witches? Do you hear this dude yelling at me? Apparently they're mad I'm in my teepee. I'm sorry. I was here first. What are you so mad about? So, yeah, good morning. As soon as I bust out the cards, there you go. Oh, somebody's mad. You guys are going to be alright, though. It's not a crow or nothing, it's just a wren. I don't know why that thing is pitching a fit. There's no nest or nothing. I checked before I sat down because I wasn't going to be that big of a jerk. I mean, if they had a nest, I'd understand. I'd be like, oh, I guess I got to find someplace new. No, I was just complaining. So yeah, I wanted to keep it light this morning. I wanted to talk about the importance of finding your source energy and learning your own story. So, of course, easier Aries. I'll just talk about myself. I know it looks so lovely, don't I? Yeah, so I was thinking about it, and there's so many people out here talking about they're for star seeds and, you know, rainbow children and stuff like that. And there's a lot of people out there that come really close to resonating with that message, but something always just feels kind of off. And that's where I kept finding myself falling into. I'm like, they're always like, I'm homesick for some star and I belong to this planet or I belong to this species or, you know, things of that nature. Now, I for sure now in this life, I am an Arcturian hybrid. But, and like I said, you guys got to look them up. You got to look up the stars and stuff like that. Why do I feel like I'm an Arcturian hybrid? Because one day I was outside and I was walking my dogs and I looked up at the sky and this one star just kept really, really attracting my attention. Now, this is all in an intuitive. You just got to follow yourself. Like I tell this to people too. It don't matter what religion you are, what practices you have, or anything else like that. Looney Luna, she is intuitive magic, 110%. I mean, she takes the advice I give her. She does exactly how I try to get others to do it. I put out the inspiration to do your own rituals and things like that, and then I want you to mix it up. Do your own thing. Do what feels right for you. And she even she's like me. She'll do rituals with her kids and stuff. Oh, one more day of the stress. But yeah, it's definitely time for everybody to look up their own thing. So for me, this life I'm an Arcturian hybrid, but I am not a star seed. Some people call them long-term humans, old souls. We're generally looked down upon, and really, it really upsets me sometimes because why were the angels casted out of heaven? For falling in love with the daughters of the earth. Where did the daughters of the earth come from? The daughters of the earth came from Lilith, right? Lilith was casted from the garden, but she was made of the same clay as Adam. Where do you think Adam's sons' wives came from? Just saying. I mean, as always, these are just my crazy delusional theories. I understand 110% that I could be totally fucking insane. All right, there we go. There's my claws so that I don't end up in a fucking psych ward. But yeah, I am Earth's sourced energy. So I have been here before. I was here a long, long time ago. And I come back when the Earth reaches certain frequencies, when she's trying to break free of the bullshit brought onto her by, we'll call them fairies and dragons. Before fairies and dragons, it was just pure Earth goddess energy. And then the fairies and dragons came. And ooh, they were beautiful. And they were fun. They were fun for a while. But it's not fun anymore. And it's definitely not fun when you see all these people and they're constantly talking about how there's some great Pleiadian blah 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 blah, and I just came here from another galaxy, and because I'm from another star system, I'm somehow better than these Earthers. Like, you guys don't even realize that this whole racist narrative is y'all shit that you brought here. And now you were supposed to come and help us, not treat us like shit because we are more natural, because we're not desperate to get out of here, because we love this place. You're not here to save Earth because you love Earth so much. You're here to save Earth because you love us so much. And you promise to help. So it's important that everybody go through the time to really process who you are and where you are on all these shifts and stuff like that. And I'm here to help those of you. I mean, starseeds can get a lot from me too. I'm not saying that. But I'm looking for the other daughters of the earth and sons of the earth. I know you guys didn't have it easy the whole time either. You didn't pick that programming either. When I remember the early lives, some of you know what I'm talking about. You know, not this history that they teach you in school, but those early lives where magic ran rampant, before the monetary system came in. Such a dork about some things. But yeah, it's important to follow your own path. I don't think I've ever gone 10 minutes and not actually said anything, but said a lot. I am just hoping that those of you who know what I'm talking about or feel what I'm talking about understand. Do not let anybody, because there's been this new trend from all these new fuckers that just showed up here, and they're all like, I came to save the earth, but I fucking hate it here, and blah, 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 blah. Well, yeah, and the reason you're here to fix it is because you're the fuckers that brought all this bullshit upon us. We were totally copacetic before you got here. You don't know it. It's a history nobody knows. we lived in tune with nature. We were able to do amazing fucking things. We were a matriarchal society that was very peaceful. And then you guys came. And that started initially with the Atlantean Empire, where you guys built it up real fast and then crashed the system. Because you couldn't forget who you were with the Atlanteans. You had too much power. So she's agreed to lower her fucking standards and lower her fucking standards and lower her fucking standards for you fucking people. And she's done with it now. That's all over. But y'all are still stomping around bitching about how much you hate everything while you play the program. Because it's so easy for you guys to play the program. Of course it's easy for you to play the program. You fucking invented it. The rest of us is stuck in it. That's not our program. It's not natural to us in any way, shape, or form. It's uncomfortable. It's the reason why people are killing themselves. It's why the whole thing is crashing now. It's because it's not our program anymore. I didn't delete my old video. I hope this has enough space. So, if you're alone in the world, or you feel alone in the world, people treat you like you're the parasite because you can't play by the program, because they're all greedy, gluttonous, starving monsters that'll never be fed enough. It's your time to emerge. It's time to emerge. I've said this. This is a time for things like backyard gardening clubs to become a thing so that people don't have to buy produce anymore. I tell people all the time, I did not grow a garden because of COVID. That's been my summer food program for quite some time right now. I grow produce in my backyard because it saves me on my food bills. I don't manifest for money. I manifest needs. Things I'm always able to manifest. I always manage to manifest just enough money to handle whatever my fucking problems are. And I always can have dinner on the table. I manifest food for my children. And besides that, the rest of my magic is natural magic. And I'm sorry, but to me, being able to make extra sparkles off the water and play with fairies, it's not a marketable skill. I don't have skills made for this reality. I'm penalized for it a lot. Always get the, if you know what you need to do, why can't you just do it? Bullshit in my life. But really, we're just the Queen of Cups. We don't have a whole lot of monetary value, but we have exactly what everybody needs. We have exactly what everybody needs. We're the only ones who know what unconditional love is. The Earth is the heart of the galaxy. Not of the galaxy, of our solar system for sure. I wouldn't doubt it's the heart of the galaxy. Why would everybody be fighting so hard over it if it wasn't the most valuable fucking thing in the universe? Keep working on your skills, guys. Keep doing what calls to you, even if you look a little crazy. If you're called to go to the beach and draw in the sand, don't worry about Oh wow, this is failure on it in this card. Don't worry about feeling like a failure or anything else like that. We did not come here. We were here. And to be treated inferior because we're sourced from here is bullshit. Fucking aliens have a massive, massive ego problem. And that's what causes all the strife on the planet. The fool. It's just time for us to take some leaps, you know? Oh, I put the one deck away because I used it yesterday. I told you my other decks are getting kind of whiny because I'm not using them as much. What do you got? What's anything we should do today, guys? Odyssey? I know that compass is a cool image. Sorry. I feel like a pressure pot cooker. There's so much going on all around the world that you feel it. It's right there. And I feel like I've been standing at the stove waiting for the water to boil. Just hit that boiling point and then just finally start boiling. But just remember, when it does start boiling, that sometimes it boils over for a second before you realize. Especially if you haven't been paying attention. If you have been paying attention and you're smart, what you would have done to keep your pot from boiling over is placed a wooden spoon across the top of it. What? Yeah. Place a wooden spoon over the top of your pot, and then when those little bubbles come up, they won't overflow the sides of your pot. That was quick. Ooh. Queen of Cups again. Now, I'm going to have some fun because this deck actually has a different meaning for the Queen of Cups. I'm going to show this off because you guys haven't seen this stuff yet. Queen of Cups. Isn't this thing cool? Look at this. I have been reading tarot with regular playing cards forever. I've been collecting these cards. And I have never, this is called, just so you guys, if you really want to learn, this is the Odyssey deck. And it actually has a little thing. Their meanings are a little bit different, though. All right, so let me hold this up while I'm reading this so that you guys can look at the card, because it's pretty cool. All right. Resilience. A young girl was orphaned and captured by an opposing king who planned to use her in a sacrifice. But the sea captain liberated her, and she became the goddaughter to Queen Victoria. This is one miraculous example of an African girl in a dire situation in the 19th century, where many women whose lives became a juxtaposition of where they started, sometimes needed to find the strength within themselves to overcome their misfortune into the future. You see it, right? That's just what I was talking about. From the natural earth goddesses to primped and propered and sucked in and painted and your hair's tied up and all this other bullshit, and all she's still trying to do is absorb knowledge while stuck in the facade. It's important we follow our paths right now. It's important that if you've got nothing else to do, you should be following your intuition and knowledge in who you are. I told you Looney Luna, love her to death. She collects spiritual books from thrift stores, and she's got them all over her house, right? And she doesn't read a single book. Her ADHD is way too high for that. She just walks around and picks up random books in the morning, and then she reads random pages all day. And she finds the weirdest information. But her path has been 100% intuitive. I've barely given her any guide. She'll call me when she's confused, or she'll call me to talk through shit. But in general, she's done all this on her own. Queen of Swords, showing off the plague. Just be mindful, be smart. With all this shit going around, guys, whatever conspiracies you believe in, be a little safe. Wash your fucking hands. You know, you don't have to go overboard, but be clean. Watch out for those who carry addictions, especially starseeds. They struggle the most with being here. Five of Wands. Avoid conflict if at all possible. And worry about manifesting your own dreams and desires here. And honoring your ancestors while you're manifesting. Don't be greedy. Don't be rude while you're casting. Make sure that you are respectful and you do it right, because doing it wrong can get you in a lot of trouble. Jack of Diamonds. I'm double checking on this one because that is a very interesting image. Missionaries from Spain brought Christianity in hopes to convert the natives. Unfortunately, they also brought death from disease. So this is right along the lines. And then the plague thing too. I bet you money. I'm running out of time. I'm falling into my own conspiracy holes right here with you. Yeah. This one. Imprisonment. Strict terms of life that royalty inherited could make a person feel like a prisoner in their own skin. In Great Britain, there were strict terms under which nobility had to follow, such as being Roman Catholic, marrying a Roman Catholic of noble blood, in terms of yeah. Essentially, these people came and these aliens that are so fucking benevolent now, and they're so, oh, they came to save humanity and they care so fucking much about, no. Yeah, they did. But stop acting like you're doing us a fucking favor when you're the one that fucked everything up to begin with. You overstepped your boundaries. Y'all broke the deal. And now you're here, and you're not allowed to leave until you fix it. That's why it feels like a prison to you. Because it pretty much is. Sun energy. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. Yes, many starseeds have that fame and fortune energy from the sun. On target, follow your ideal path. If you are a starseed and you feel called to do those kind of things, definitely go for it. Fire. The element of fire heralds a new life, renewed passion, and positive transformation. So, whether you are from the sun, Arcturia, or whatever, follow what makes you passionate. Stay on target. Even if you're from the earth realms, still stay on target, stay focused. And today it's calling you to really work with the energy of fire, that which passionately burns within you and brings you forward. And I hope you use that to follow a path of knowledge. If you like this and it's helped you, please like, share, subscribe, spank my bell, and I will talk to you guys later. Blessed be all those who walk this path with me. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.